Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing a noob's guide on how to analyze your market. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Now, wanting to analyze your market for your characters can be very handy when you're actually trying to do something, such as if you are wanting to dominate a certain area or find when is the best time to post or when is the best time to do anything. Analysis really does help. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an analysis of crafting. As I get this question quite a lot, when is the best time to buy certain materials, we're going to go over how to buy Xenanthid today. Now this is usually for inscription, but this can be correlated to multiple different things. So what we're going to be doing is by going over to one of the best resources on the internet, and that is the Undermine journal. Now the Undermine journal is really easy to do. All you have to do is select your realm. For my one's obviously EU Argent Dawn, and we're just going to type in Xenanthid into this and already have it selected. So then we'll just search for Xenanthid and it will show us our item. Now we want to buy them out at their cheapest price. So at this moment in time, the current price is 14 gold and the medium price is 17 gold and the mean price is 17 gold. Now these are great values in order to actually go with, and it tells us the available quantity on the auction house, which is quite a lot. What we actually want to do is we want to really spend some time just having a look at this stuff right here. So what we actually want to do is we want to have a look at the mean price, which is 17 gold and 83 silver. And then what we're going to be wanting to do is see when it fluctuates. So what we're actually going to do is you get given a load of graphs down below. Now what I like to do is the snapshots, because I find this one to be quite easy to understand, and basically it will tell us the market price on Wednesday, May 20th and 2020, and it will say the market price at that point was at 1 p.m. it was at 19 gold and 20 silver, and the maximum quantity that was on at that point was 58,000 of those. We can then look at the graph, and what I will actually wanting to do for this particular market is see when it dips. And as you can tell, if we're just going to analyze that first day, we can see that on the weekend we have a bit of a spike. We see on the Sunday and the Monday there was a massive spike on the price of these, along with a high amount of supply. This indicates that this isn't a day you would want to actually buy these on there, and overall we can see a decline in the price of the actual market. Now what we want to do is go down to the bottom part, so when it actually dips the most, and at this moment in time for Tuesday, the May 19, 2020 at 3:48 p.m. the market price was 15 gold as opposed to the 24 gold, so you can save 10 gold on Xenanthid if I look at this correctly. Now we can then see over the last few days, so it goes from the 12th of May all the way over to the 25th, and we can work out what day was the best that it actually was. So we can see that Wednesdays from anywhere from around about 1 to 3 a.m. and then we'll move from Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We'll find this over here. So Tuesdays it actually dips again. This is an indicator that on Tuesdays and then just at the beginning of Wednesdays, the price of Xenanthid is actually dropping. So this is indicating that we want to buy them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays early in the morning and on basically a Tuesday. So if you're wanting to create pots for your alchemy, then you would want to buy all of your materials a day prior to raid night, which is a Wednesday. So what I would do here is I would say, right, Tuesday I want to buy all of my materials in order to craft, as we can see that on average there is a spike in the price that it takes to cost. As on Wednesdays it will then shoot up somewhat in price, and that means that the pots that you actually get for this will actually spike as well. So we've worked out what we need to buy it on the Tuesday and the Wednesday, and that we need to pretty much buy it on the Tuesday. That's when it has the most dips in the actual market, so we'll be going along with that. So what we're going to be wanting to do for posting when it is good time to post, and we'll stick onto the theme of actually going along with alchemy, so we'll just go over towards a greater flask. So we've just pulled up the greater flask of the undertow, and pretty much we can see a nice amount of data going forward for this. Now the current price is 318 gold, the medium price is 349 gold, and the mean price is 377 gold. Ouch. The next thing is we'll go over to the snapshots, and then we'll have a look at the market price. Now the market price against the quantity, we're going to try and find the exact same date. So the date that we were looking for was the Tuesday. So then all we have to do is find the Tuesday 19th, and we can see that the market price for this one is actually fairly high on the Tuesday. So what you would want to do is have a look at when it peaks. Obviously we can see that it has a rise on the 12th of May, overall going over the next 3 days, and then it drops down in price, drops down on the Wednesday. And then we can see that when that's actually doing that, it actually rises again on the Friday and the Saturday in price. So when do we want to post? Now, that being the case, we are buying our mats at the cheapest on a Tuesday, and when we want to actually sell, we can actually see that on a Friday and a Saturday, and then we can see that on a Friday and a Saturday they are at the highest amount of profit towards then on the Tuesday. The Tuesday is when they're the cheapest, no doubt. That's when the actual materials are at their cheapest. And then when we actually go onto that, we will want to buy our materials on the Tuesday. We will craft our potions, and we'll do the Saturday, which the market price is at the highest. We want to see that on the Tuesday that we'll want to buy our materials, and then on the Saturday is when we're going to be wanting to sell our potions. So using this graph, even just the snapshots graph, we can see when we want to buy our materials to craft them, and then we'll hold onto those materials, such as a fast selling things such as potions. We will want to sell them on the Friday and the Saturday for the maximum amount of profit, so we don't lose any gold overall. So you could use this for Unbridled Fury, you can use this even for raw scrolls, glyphs and all that stuff. This is just a basic introduction to how to analyze your markets, and you can do this fairly well trying to sell most other different types of things, such as things like the uncanny gear, which we'll have a look at right now. We are looking at our uncanny combatants etched vessel. Now, for obvious reasons, this is just an explanation, and we can have a look at the snapshots graph. Now, at this moment in time, we can see a fluctuation in the market, which is when it is rising in price and obviously decreasing in price. This one isn't fluctuating as much as the Xenanthid, as most crafted items are quite steady in the way they're actually doing. So the market price is fairly high at the beginning, and then as of Tuesday the 14th, it starts to actually decline in the cost. And then the quantity actually rises, which means that we don't really want to be crafting this, because there's too much competition when it comes to crafting this actual particular item. So more people are posting now, as we can tell that there is a fluctuation in the market, and overall it's rising in quantity, but the market price is staying the same. That means that you're going to have a lot more competition when you're actually posting these to auction house, and that means there's a less likelihood that you will actually sell it. So you can also use that as a metric as well. So seeing when there is more of something using the quantity, which is the red on the screen, and when it comes to the market price, you can see if it fluctuates yes or no. Now obviously the market price for this seems to be declining very, very slowly, but when it comes to the quantity seems to be increasing. So therefore it's an indicator that I do not want to invest my gold into crafting this item at this moment in time. Now if the quantity was lower and the market price was either getting a little bit higher or just steady, that's when I would want to craft that item, because then I can fill that supply to demand. So overall, very easy to do. Crafted items is something you should really look into before you actually start crafting these items, and I do this before I do a video on this. Aside from that, that was how to analyze your market using the Undermine journal. Other than that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.